question on the Q&A, and maybe it's interesting to get an answer, or to give an answer to that. And that question was, with this Noahide movement we are creating, are we not starting a new religion? And is that not against the halakha?
No, we're not creating a new religion because the Noahide laws are part of Torah. What people are doing, I mean, I think that we have to be very conscientious about our terminology. The idea of a Noahide movement is really more of a grassroots kind of awakening amongst the people of the world to the idea of universal morality that happens to be sourced in Torah. I don't think that the purpose of it should be to create something in and of itself, but something that is, but you know, a world community of human beings who are finally tuned into the oldest religion in the world, which begins with that first communication from God to Adam. It has terminology like Noahide movement. I was thinking about this. I mean, there's a reason why we call it Noahide, and the reason is very technical. Because theoretically speaking, if you look at the Rambam in Hilchot Melachim, he says that a person who accepts and fulfills the 7 mitzvot, because these things were commanded in the Torah that was given to us by Moshe Rabbeinu, indicating that this was what was done by B'nei Noach, Peshanim Kadmoniot, in ancient days. That's the person who is called Chasid Umot Ha'olam and who gets a share in Olam Haba. So theoretically speaking, where does the authority for the 7 mitzvot come from at this point in history? It comes from Sinai. It comes from Moses. Who's the Rebbe of the Noahides, really? It's Moses. It's the same, it's Moshe Rabbeinu. It's the same Rebbe that we have. Because the Torah that is given into the world that becomes authoritative and binding upon humanity is the Torah that is from its revelation at Sinai. We know that the world prior to the revelation of Sinai eventually deteriorated, stopped observing these things. However, it's the fact that we are informed by Moshe Rabbeinu that this is what B'nai Noach, the descendants of Noach, did. For that reason, we are called Noahides in this sense. But it's not its own proprietary thing that is separate from the Torah community in its most distilled form. I think of it as an expansion of Torah observance by everybody who is obligated by it in the way that they're obligated. So it cannot be. And if it is starting a separate religion, then it's something that's completely forbidden by the Torah itself. So it's like it would be a contradiction in and of itself. If a person wants to accept upon themselves the 7 mitzvot, included in that, even though it's not stated explicitly, is a prohibition against establishing any new religion. So this can only be done in a Torah framework. I think we use terminology like Noahide movement more for our own sort of like way of grasping things. But I mean, but ultimately devolves upon the individual human being, whose conscience compels them to do these things.
Thank you.